Hi everybody. So the scariest thing anyone can do is to choose to live their lives with somebody, to choose to marry somebody. People don't know the enormity of the choice they make when they make that decision. Half the time people are so caught up in the romance that they don't sit down to think of what they are doing. Okay, and I'm going to explain why. Did anybody see that movie? I think it's called Fences by Denzel Washington, the one he did with Viola Davis. I think that's her name. I watched that movie over and over and over and over because I was trying to figure out, how can a woman be married to a man and not know the man is cheating? How can a woman be married to a man and know that not only is the man cheating, that the man is in love with another woman? How can a woman know that? So it was in the course of watching that movie over and over again, trying to understand, that I learned that the reason why she missed it was because they were not plugged into each other's souls. She was not plugged into his soul. She was not aware of what was going on in his heart, what was going on in his soul. She was not aware of who the man really was. She was just married to a man, and they moved in together, and they started living together, and they just disconnected from each other. So that when the man gave his heart to another woman, she wasn't aware of it. And after the man gave his heart to another woman and the woman had a child and died, the man died with her because his marriage was over. Not necessarily because the woman said so, but because they did not have a marriage in the first place. They did not have a strong foundation in the first place. You know, some people argue with me that it's because the man cheated and this and that and the other. But they never had a strong foundation. The marriage was not strong to begin with. The marriage was not even existing. I mean, the marriage in the true sense of the word, which is the merging of souls, was not even there. They were just living together. Okay? So, when people agree to marry other people, they do not understand that the person you are marrying right now is not going to be the same person 5, 6, 7 years from now. One thing that is guaranteed in life is that the soul constantly evolves. The human soul came to this earth to grow and evolve. Okay, so the person in the body that you have right now, the soul in that body that you have right now, is not going to be the same soul 5, 6, 7 years from now. Okay, and the only way to make a marriage work, right, that two people can survive the tumultuous nature of life, the ups and downs, is for both of them to be plugged into each other's souls. Because once you are connected to somebody's soul, both of you are connected. Both of you are intertwined with each other. So you can always feel the temperature, feel the tempo of his life, feel what is going on with him at every particular point in time. So that even as both of you are evolving separately, both of you are still evolving together. You guys are still connected. You guys are still, what will I say? You guys are still, how will I put it? You guys are still growing together. You are still aware of what is going on with him as an individual, much like he's aware of what is going on with you as an individual, and yet you guys are aware of what is going on with you as a couple. Does this make sense? They do not teach this, because if two people get married and it's just two individuals, there's a soul in that individual. Most people are not even aware of that. So they marry a body, or they marry an idea, and eventually that person changes and becomes a different person. They are thrown off because the soul is evolving and the personality is changing to match the soul. What usually happens for the men is that as they evolve, because the wife is not connected to them, they become different. The wife doesn't even know that the man is, number one, not happy, because they don't show their emotions that well. Number two, is not content. And so she's taken by surprise when she finds out that this man has had a mistress for 25 years. Or this man has had a mistress for 5 years, because both of you were not connected to each other's souls. There's no way a marriage can be fulfilling, a marriage can serve the purpose it's supposed to serve, which is first of all, being a spiritual union between two people and creating a safe environment for the both parties to evolve and grow. Oh my God, what is that? Anyway, for both parties to evolve and grow. There's no way a marriage can fulfill that function if both people are not connected to each other's souls. When you're connected, if you're a man and you're connected to your woman's soul, you know this woman, you know her on the inside. You're not even moved by the way she chooses to express herself from day to day, because you are aware of what is going on her inside. You are aware of the growth happening, of the healing happening, of the expansion happening, of the repression happening. You are aware of everything going on within her. So in that way, you have a man standing here, you have a woman standing here, there's a cord connecting both to each other's souls, and they are walking through life. Always connected. Separate, but always aware of each other. How can we get our marriages back to that place? I believe that the main reason why we are where we are right now, marriage-wise, and our relationships are in the state that it's in, is because we have lost connections with ourselves. Because for you to connect to somebody else, you have to first be connected with yourself. How can we get back to relationships that nurture and fulfill? How can we do that? I mean, that is something that is deep in my soul. How can we get a society, can we get people to get back to love and soul awareness and self-awareness, so we can start having better relationships? Could you guys give me ideas if you have any? Because I'm out of it for right now. I don't know anyway. Okay, just send me a DM, leave a comment, and